Hi, boys and girls. Today I'm going to read you a story that I found. It's called When Virona the Corona Came to Town. The reason we're going to read this story is because, as you know, coronavirus is happening all around us. It's affecting the way we do things in our life. We can't even come to school. That's why I'm reading you this story over the camera on the computer. So we're going to read the story about Virona the Corona and when she came to town and how it changed things. Sometimes these things that got changed might seem a little confusing and sometimes make us sad, but it's okay because we're all in it together. All right, let's read our story. Virona the Corona just showed up one day, and it looked like she was here to stay. Her first stop was Wuhan to say ni hao, and off to Italy to yell ciao. So Wuhan is where Virona the Corona started, all the way across the world. Leaving destruction in her path, Verona wanted everyone to feel her wrath. Across the pond into the States, sparking fear and canceling dates. So this is when the coronavirus started in March. That's when school closed down for the kids that were already going to school, and we've been home since then. And some of us are still home. When Verona came to town, everything shut down. If you went outside, there was no one around. Humans stayed home to get Verona to stop. The dogs were so happy, the cats were not. I remember being stuck home. Mary Ellen woke up and got ready for school, ready to learn and follow the rules. She put on her shoes and tied her braid. Little did she know it'd be her last day in first grade. Everything was changing, and she missed her friends. Mary Ellen just wanted this all to end. Restaurants closed, and she had to eat mom's cooking. Those Brussels sprouts are not good looking. Everyone had to stay home. Nobody could come to school. Nobody can go to restaurants. Everybody had to stay home to keep each other safe. The next day, Mary Ellen had to wear a mask. She had so many questions to ask. Why is Verona the Corona so mean? Why do we have to keep everything so clean? 6 feet apart and signs on every door. Social distancing was now the new norm. There were few things that didn't change. Everything just felt so strange. That means we had to wear masks all the time. Nobody could get close to each other, so we couldn't spread the germs. One day, Verona asked Mary Ellen to play. Mary Ellen said, "No way." She ran to the sink to scrub Verona off. She sang the ABCs twice and escaped that awful cough. No way, we don't want to play with that. Got to make sure we wash our hands. Her teacher was the hero who taught the ABC trick. Verona was vicious, but Mary Ellen was quick. Mary Ellen thought of her teacher just then, wanting to show off her new toothless grin. So, in case you don't know the ABC trick, when you're washing your hands, if you sing the ABCs, A, B, C, D, while you're washing your hands, that's long enough to get rid of all those germies on your hand. She watched her teacher's lessons and had class Zooms, but it just wasn't the same as being in the classroom. She missed hearing her nickname, Smarty Bug, but most of all, she missed bear hugs. Mary Ellen dreamed of all the people she missed. Her sisters and brothers were at the top of the list. She couldn't see them and her emotions swirled, but they were out saving the world. I wonder what her sisters and brothers were doing. Oh, we're going to get an answer. Her one sister, Sydney, is a nurse, an important hero in our universe. Her other sister, Nancy, runs a grocery store. She is a hero to the core. So some people, even though everybody was supposed to stay home, had to go out and work. Nurses had to go out and help sick people. And people who work in grocery stores had to stay open to make sure everyone can be fed. So it must have been very scary for them because they were out working in all this craziness, trying not to get sick. Very scary. Her brother Tom is a first responder. Could he be more amazing? She began to ponder. Her other brother Jax was a mailman. Everyone should be his number one fan. So a first responder is like a police officer or a fireman or an EMT, someone who helps people who are in trouble. And then obviously mailmen deliver the mail. So they still had to work in all of this too. Mary Ellen was becoming sad on this dreary day, wondering if Virona the Corona would ever go away. But just then the sun started to come out. Mary Ellen looked up and reversed her pout. What's the sun gonna do? Gave her a good idea. She started thinking, maybe it's not all that bad. She was able to spend time with her mom and granddad. She had fun helping her mom make masks for others, even if she missed her sisters and brothers. So, because everybody got to stay home, she was able to spend more time with the people she probably never got to spend that much time with. That's a pretty positive thing, don't you think? Mary Ellen learned about pollution and that it was getting a little better. She learned to draw a shark and wrote her best friend a letter. She knew for sure Virona the Corona was bad, but that didn't mean she always had to be sad. We can still have fun times even though we have to be safe. Mary Ellen saw a rainbow and ran out to play. She wouldn't let this nasty virus ruin her fun day. She played a new game called Strut, 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 where she kicked Verona's butt, butt, butt. So she's using her imagination to kick Corona. Get her out of there. Even when her world was turned upside down, Mary Ellen realized she could always flip her frown. When scary things happen, show extra appreciation to others. Here's a reminder to hug your sisters and brothers. So it looks like Mary Ellen learned that even though there was something so scary in the world, she could still appreciate the people in her life, like your mom and your dad and your brothers and sisters, grandmas, cousins, pets, friends. You can still appreciate all that even though we have to stay a little bit separate. And that's okay. So, one of the things with Virona the Corona was that Mary Ellen was making masks. Do you know what the masks do? Tell somebody that's sitting next to you, whether it's your mom or your grandma, what a mask does. Why does a mask help keep us safe? What do you think? If you said that a mask helps keep you safe because it keeps your germs to yourself and it keeps other germs from coming to you, then you were right. The mask helps us keep germs away. So, when we come back to school eventually, you might have to wear a mask. So, this is my mask. This mask helps me stay safe. So now my germs are not spreading to anybody else, and your germs will not spread to me. So that's why it's very important to wear your mask. Another thing you might see a teacher or somebody when you're out wearing is something called a face shield. Now, this is a face shield. Now, these might look a little funny and they might mess up your hair. And I know I look a little silly, but a face shield is important. Does anybody know why a face shield can help protect you? When I'm wearing my face shield, nobody's germs can get into my eyes. That way I can't get sick from their germs going into my eyes. So, masks and face shields help keep us safe. While we are home, we don't have to wear these things, but when we go out in public, they help keep us safe. Also, using lots and lots of hand sanitizer when you aren't near a sink can help keep you safe. So, I'm going to take some right now. You put a little squirt, rub your hands in between your fingers, both sides of your hands, get rid of all those germs. If you're near a sink, the best way to clean your hands is to sing the ABC song with soap and water A, B, C, D, E, F, G. And you got to get in between all of those fingers. So we want everybody to stay safe. So when you go on to Google Classroom today, you're going to play a little activity where you have to put a mask and a face shield on two little friends. It's going to be pretty fun and it's going to help you practice using the mouse. So good luck. If you have any problems, Mom can email me or call me and I can help you do it. I can't wait to see what a great job you all do. All right, we'll talk to you tomorrow.